In this next example, we're going to define the stock model of this part. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch. And the sketch is going to be on a different plane, actually. So what I want to do is I want to say Tools, Coordinate System. I'm going to say YZ, so I'm drawing on the side. Switch colors here. Maybe even layers. I go to my sketcher, start a new sketch, and I'm going to say rectangular, lay out a sketch. And what I want to do here is this. I'm going to add a dimension here. After I've located the dimension, I'm going to select it, go to Constraint, choose the Y-axis. And then I can play with this. I want a 3-inch standard, a 2-inch standard, how about a 2 1/4 inch piece of material? Okay? Now what I want to do is define the standard thickness I need. And I'm going to start with 1.5 inches. I'm going to move this down here and add another dimension from here to there. And I'm going to say I want at least 3/8 of an inch there. Maybe I'll modify this to be 1 1/4 inches. That's too close. How about 1 3/8 inches? Perfect. So that's going to be the overall size of my stock. Now I'm going to exit out of my sketch, and I'm going to go ahead and extrude that as a piece of material. So I'm going to go Shape Extrude. Before I do, though, I want to go ahead and figure out how long this part is. So I'm going to say F2 on my keyboard, put my cursor over that, and according to my Z-axis, you can see the Z minimum, Z max, so the Z extent is 3 inches. I'm going to hit F2 again, and Z extent is right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extrude this centered, and I'm going to say for 3 1/4, so I have 1/8 inch per side, so 3 1/4. Now, to make things more visible, I'm going to go to my transparency settings and set the stock to be transparent to a level of 5. And from there, I'm going to reactivate my main coordinate system. So now I have my stock defined as I want it, sitting in my, having my part sitting in there. And last, in order to use this in an assembly, I have to define both parts as assembly parts. So I'm going to go Assembly, Define Part. I want to insert my part and my stock. I'm going to say Stop. When it comes up here, I might as well just call this my part. Why not? When it comes up with the material, I'm going to call it stock model. Now here, because I have at least 2 components, it wants me to define the characteristics of the assembly. Here I'd say yes, and give the assembly a name as well. And this assembly is going to be called bracket. Why not? Bracket part. Okay? And then I'll hit save. It's saved. And now we're ready to actually start assembling this onto our tombstone.